Necessity, in my opinion, is not the mother of invention. Refusing to accept things the way that they are is the mother of invention.
Some of you will never be, you'll never have, you'll never do, because you're sitting around waiting on a phone call, because you're sitting around waiting for somebody to give you an opportunity.
Too many people get into a dwelling mindset, a woe is me, a fuck, I missed it. To me, start now, move fast, don't settle is 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 76. This is about loving yourself and not beating yourself up for what you've done wrong in the past. Let's go.
This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can.
Door can't open today, look out. I'm gonna come back and take the hinges off. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. That you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen.
Listen to me, you want to be a rap artist, right? You want to go to the NFL, you want to go to the NBA, right? You want to go to the Olympics, right? You want to be the next Michael Jackson. You want to be the next, I don't know who you want to be, what you want to do. You don't want to live in the community you live in. You want to be in the gated community, all right? You don't want to drive what you're driving right now. You want to drive something big. That's okay. It's okay to dream big. It's okay to think big, but you got to start small. You got to give small a chance to be big, baby.
You can't just talk about wanting to win. You have to prepare to win, and you have to expect to win.
If it's a new meal plan, start today. If it's a new mentality, start today. If it's a fresh conversation, if it's a powerful life-giving strategy, whatever it is that's going to take you forward, start now. Start now. Don't push this thing off to tomorrow, because lives are on the line. When people wait to fulfill, when people wait to manifest, when people wait and they push it off, it can cost the lives of so many people, the overall quality of life that many people walk in, because you are a life-giving agent of change in the arena of life. It is time for you to show up the best version of yourself. Lives are on the line. At the end of your life, you need to be able to look up to heaven and have won some small victory for humanity, because you becoming everything you've been destined to become is going to impact somebody's life. And so when we don't do this, when we push it off, when we procrastinate, somebody's life is being negatively impacted, and that first life is yours.
So what I want you to do is think about something you want for you, that's real for you, that's important for you, that will give your life some special meaning and power.
Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life.
Think of 22 to 42 as being like the soldier of society. In fact, if we go to war, you're the ones going to war, 22 to 42. In business, you're the soldier. You're learning, you're growing, you're grunting it out, you're hustling, right? If you work hard during that time, and you've done well during spring, you come to the fall, which is, you look at 43 to 63, that's your power period. Right? That's the period where you had explosive growth in your business, as an example. That's when you became who you are, where your name became known. That's where all of a sudden you can do probably more today with your pinky than when you work 20 hours a day. And now if you work 20 hours a day, produce generational impact much greater than that. But the ultimate time, and I say to you this as a brother who's heading in that direction, because I never would have believed it, is really when you get to 63 to 83 or 63 to 103 or 63 to 120, which is the oldest humans. The final season, the winter season. But that's the season in which you really are the elder of society, and if you've done your job up front, you've reaped so much, all you want to do is give back. And you don't worry about what people think about you. I'm here to help the people that are interested. I'm not here to say I'm the right thing for everybody. And you own yourself at a different level, and you really can move a pinky and make things happen.
You have to be confident in you. You have to believe that you have what it takes. You have to declutter your mind.
Give small a chance to be big. Are you hear what I'm saying? You got to give small a chance to grow up. You're trying to blow up. You're trying to do everything big. And I told you, think big, dream big, but start small. That's right, start small. Remember what I told you. Start where you are with what you have, because what you have is plenty.
You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment.
And I just want to encourage you to start now, little by little. Make the decisions that are required to fulfill your destiny. I know you're tired. I know you're broken. I know you're weary. I know you're sleepy. I know you've gotten numb. I know it seems as though there is no hope. And you can get into this place of hopelessness and weariness and isolation. But right where you are, and some of you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel, but right where you are, you gotta start now.
You ain't got to be perfect. You heard me. You ain't got to be perfect. But you got to perfect the day and finally stop planning for events. Stop planning for things and start planning for your future. Start getting yourself ready so when you get there, it's a done deal. So, yep, you didn't do all of that stuff. So that's okay. Say goodbye to the past and embrace your future. Make the rest of your life the best of your life.
You have to make sure that you are managing yourself wisely, that you are making the right decisions. You have to make sure that you keep the promises that you have made to yourself.
Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself and know that it is not over for you.
Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. When you go at what you're going to deal with and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
I need you to stop pushing certain goals off and aims and targets and relationships and doors you need to walk through and tables you need to sit at. Stop pushing it off till tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. If you can see my screen, normally everything should be good. Good morning. All right. Looks good. Okay. Amazing. I see immediately some messages in the chat box with gratitude. That's amazing. You know, guys, I love to start the day with gratitude, because in my opinion, that's the most powerful thing you can do when you wake up, all right? You will put yourself in a positive mindset. You appreciate the things you already have in your life, and you're setting yourself open for more things to come, okay? So practice it, do it for at least 1 month, and see what kind of impact it can have on your mood, but also in your life in general. Okay, so I'm also very grateful to be here again, to be able to share my knowledge, to be able to share the charts with you, the price traps. Grateful for the community I'm in, grateful for the weekly meetings we are doing. Like tonight, we are also coming together, having a drink, having a laugh, talking about trading, talking about mindset, all these different type of things. So if you're in Belgium, by the way, always welcome. Just shoot me a message and we can meet in real life, okay? It's nice to have you guys here on the calls, but it would be even more nice to meet you in person and talk about different things in real life. Okay, so good. Let's get into it. Of course, like you guys know, I always start my morning sessions with a review of the price ref from last week, so you have a view of what kind of opportunities we have seen. And it was pretty interesting last week. All right, we had a few price traps that really respected what I was saying, what I was showing you, and it starts with AUD and AUD USD. Excuse me. So AU, I trapped it here at the top. I told you guys that I was also looking at that breakout retest to the upside. We were running it already, if I'm not mistaken. So Wednesday, 8 a.m. Yeah, we were at that retest level during the session. So it was for every moment that the market could potentially create some price action to the downside. And that's exactly what happened, all right? We started breaking to the downside. We also started breaking this structure point here. And it's just beautiful to see how the market just respected this breakout retest to the downside with some beautiful price action, all right? You see the market rejecting on that 1 hour time frame. 30-minute time frame was also massively rejecting. 15-minute time frame, exactly the same thing. So yeah, it depends a little bit on how you react on the price traps. Like I said before, and I'm saying it a lot of times, you have so many different opportunities or possibilities to react on these price traps. Or you like to react on price action, candlestick patterns, that kind of stuff, or you just simply like to react with limits, all right? Both work very good and are very strong, but you just got to choose for yourself what fits for you the best, okay? You see it here, beautiful breakout retest to the downside. We also had this beautiful run to the upside. So yeah, there were a couple opportunities there that you could react on here on AUD USD. So first we had this one, then we had this one. So first this, then this. And then when the market dropped down, we saw the market like creating this lower low. So basically right over here, you had another opportunity. The day after, or it was on Friday morning session. We took this all together because it was ready on the session live. Didn't really went as deep as I expected, but yeah, there was a good run there where you had some possibilities to take some profit. So you see, by simply following highs and lows, this was maybe a little bit more difficult because we are really in the consolidation zone, and the chances of getting trapped in buys and sells during a consolidation are very high. So please be careful for that. But you see that we had some different opportunities there by simply following the highs and the lows. Next one was GM. GM did give us a kind of breakout to the downside. It was a little bit. It was less convincing, let me say it like that, because we had this rejection to the downside. So even if you didn't feel comfortable about that, if you were like, that's not really the breakout that I'm searching for, yeah, I do understand you, but still it respected very beautifully. Like you can see, market broke out, came back to the highs, into the supply zones, created some beautiful price action, 2 engulfing candles in a row, even the lower time frames also. You see that 30-minute engulfing 2 times in a row, also right over here, 50-minute tweezer top. So yeah, it was pretty nice with the price action if we're looking at the candlestick patterns to have like this opportunity here. Yeah, I'm talking almost 120 pips. So yeah, there was some good opportunity there to react on GN. After that, market turned around, started breaking structure to the upside, and then followed up that breakout and kept on moving higher. So for me, it was just a sell opportunity here that was really relevant coming to price trap. Then we had NZD Canadian, same situation like AUD USD. The only difference was that this was a little more risky because we beautifully respected this demand zone in this uptrending structure. But like you can see, same like AUD/USD, we had a beautiful reaction here. I gotta be honest, if you were working with limits, probably you would have catched the stop loss here, because this wick here really should have just above the highs to then start dropping. Okay. If you react to price action, of course, you had so much opportunity and so much yeah, possibility to take this one to the downside. Okay, so after that massive wick, you see this engulfing candle and so on and so forth, and then the market dropped for 50 pips. So yeah, there was some good opportunity there also on NZD Canadian. Next one will be NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY did give us the breakout retest. I'm not sure what I said exactly on the session. I do remember some things, but not everything, of course. If there is something I said and you're like, what are you saying? You didn't say that last week or something like that, just say it to me. I'm always open and transparent about everything. So I can make mistakes also, right? I'm also a human being. So please remind me if I've said something. And it's not matching with what I'm saying today. Okay, what do we see here? NZD-JPY, we broke out to the upside and then the market came back. To be honest, for me personally, I wanted to see this getting a little lower, but we didn't have that deeper retest. Still, we got some good price action though. We see an engulfing candle here, engulfing candle here. Simply following engulfing candles could do the job already on Pricetrap. All right, we've been doing engulfing candles for years and years. And I've seen so many people making some beautiful profits or making some beautiful results with this way of trading. Okay, so here, if you found yourself some good price action and some good moments to get into the charts, yeah, this was just a beautiful run of around, let me check, 105 pips. So I think that's enough pips to take out some good profits. Okay, so that's for NZD-JPY. NZD-USD, almost exactly the same chart like AUD/USD. Same thing here. We did respect demand, so we broke out. We came back for the retest. We were running that buy from that breakout retest, that previous breakout retest. But then I warned you guys for this supply zone that this could be a beautiful move to the downside. And that's exactly what we have seen. Again, beautiful price action, 1 hour, 30-minute time frame, 50-minute time frame. Yeah, I keep on showing this just to show you how powerful it can be if you're just a little patient and wait for the good price action before entering the charts. Okay, if you're working with limits, it's also perfectly fine, because I'm pretty sure this wick would trigger and then the market started moving down. Okay, so like you can see, just say your entry was around this point, you would see that the market almost dropped for 50 pips. So there was some opportunity there to take out some profits. So that's for NZD-USD. Then we had the last one, USD Canadian. I think I had everything then. If I'm missing a pair from last week, let me know. For USD Canadian, I was really waiting. Where was Wednesday, last Wednesday? Oh, we didn't even have the breakout on Wednesday. I just trapped this. Okay, so we had the breakout, then we had the retest. For me personally, this first run was of course a beautiful one, but after that, market was like creating these equal low or kind of equal lows after that. So I was really waiting to dip into these demand zones and then starts moving higher again. We saw that, but yeah, not the most beautiful chart, right? That I think that's clear. If we go lower time frames on that first retest, you see 30-minute engulfing once again, and 50-minute time frame tweeze on bottom also here. So matching all these time frames, it wasn't the best price action. It wasn't the best way to react here, but there was some opportunity. If we see NZD-USD, if we see AUD/USD, NZD-JPY, NZD Canadian, GN, we had a lot of opportunities, right? So yeah, it's beautiful to see how powerful this strategy still is after all these years. And yeah, by simply focusing on highs and lows, you can get a long way. Okay, so for USD Canadian, there was some opportunity, like you can see, if we would take this to the high, there was again a 50 pip run. Not the biggest runs, like we have these periods in Pricetrap, right? We have periods that the market just go for take profit one and stops out or stops running. And then we have also these periods that the market really goes with the trend and runs for hundreds of pips. It's a little bit your own decision how you deal with it. You can say, I do take profit one and I'm happy all the way, okay? So never going for twin trades and that kind of stuff. Or you go for twin trades and let the market run in the direction you're looking for. But just know, like, if you're risking, let's just say 1%, and the market hits your take profit one with a twin trade, you gotta know that the risk to reward ratio is a little bit different because you're closing out 50% of your trade. So then if the market goes back to your break-even level, you only made like a one, if you have a 1 on 3, you only made 1.5%, right? Because the other half was still running. Okay, so please take that with you and in your plan, so you remind yourself from that, so you can work with that and manage your risk plan also with that. Okay, but the take profit one is also good, of course. Okay, if you're taking 1 on 3 every single week, come on guys, just do the math. If you're doing it for 4 weeks, you're let me calculate. So 3 4 3 6 9 12% a month. A lot of people would sign for that, right? Just one a week, one trade a week. That's pretty awesome. How do you use limits as an entry? I only use price action and FIPS. If you're going for limits, of course, it's good what you're doing, like the price action and the FIPS. That's a beautiful way of using price traps. I really love that personally. If you want to go for limits, you will have to find yourself some more confirmations, because the more confirmations you have, the stronger, or the how do I say it? The probability of the trade will go higher. Okay, so you're not only reacting on a retest. No, you're really searching supply zones, demand zones, imbalance zones, FIP levels, all these kind of stuff. You want to put that together and then find yourself a good limit spot. A lot of people, or a few people from the price traps or the price trappers, love to use that. I'm personally more of a price action guy. Okay. So good. That was it. That was the price traps for or from last week. We are with pleasure, with pleasure. If you have more questions, just shoot. Okay. Good. We do have some ideas from yesterday. I gotta remind myself what we were looking. Oh, come on, damn. Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's very clear, right? Yesterday, with the morning session in our community, we had a beautiful breakout retest here on Euro USD, now running higher again. So beautiful how this played out. I told you guys I was looking to get it a little deeper to then go higher. Okay. Euro CHF was the breakout retest to the downside, also respected beautifully. GCAP is breakout retest to the upside. We are at this first zone, which I warned you from. CAT CHF also breakout retest to the downside. I can see the market going a little higher here for this supply zone. Gold is indeed getting back to that imbalance level. I would be careful here. It could dip a little lower to then go higher. We gotta pay attention to the supply zone that is respected. I'm giving just a quick review for my people from the Discord. GJ is at our zone, so please be aware of this and keep an eye out on this. Know that we're going against the trend, so know that this is a little high risk. And G-Chef is still in between the zones. Okay, there's nothing on the charts. I know the people who are following that aren't on the morning sessions or aren't in our community. They're like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" The people in the community know. That's enough. Good. Let me check. Euro pounds. Let's go. Let's go. Running it. Nice. So 30th. Just making sure I have the news also ready. Let me check what's going on for today. The GDP, oh, the ADP also. The front runner from NFP is today at 215, guys. Be careful. GDP on Canadian, GDP on USD. Yeah, these are pretty strong news events. So yeah, I would say between 215 and 4, you gotta be careful there. The market could react pretty strong on that. Okay, for the rest, it's looking pretty calm. And the rest of the week, we have some holidays, of course. It's the 1st of May. So that's a holiday here in Europe. So it's possible the market will move very slow. And for the rest, of course, it's the first Friday of the month. So we can see NFP coming in this Friday at 2:30. So yeah, that's also one of a major event that is very important to keep an eye out on that. Okay, good. Let's check what we have for today, right? What kind of price traps we have coming. So 80 JPY. I gotta check. Pom pom pom. Of course, 80 JPY. We were basically. Am I on the right time frame here? Yeah, I am. Yeah, we went a little deeper than expected, but this was like the price trap we were looking at. Of course, I gave the new resistance zone right over here. So we have that deeper retest I was waiting for. We also had beautiful price action playing out on the 30, on the 1 hour, and so on. So this run to the upside, this buy is looking very good. We gotta pay attention because right now we are at some supply zones. If we can create some good price action, we can attack these equal lows that the market has created right now. So what I would do right now for AUD JPY is simply uses support, also resistance, of course, because if the market respects the uptrend, we can still look for up movements if the market breaks our resistance zone, of course. So this is AUD JPY. It's a little different than yesterday. Still same structure though. So we gotta pay attention here. It could be the next move to the downside to attack these equal lows. Okay. Remember what I said yesterday for the people in the community? This price action here, I told you, if we cannot get above this candle closure, we will go lower. And that's exactly what happened. So that's for AUD JPY. Let's move on. AUD Canadian, I'm gonna leave it like it is. Don't like the charts. AUD USD, same thing. Yeah. AUD NZD, we got some clean structure here. Let's work with that. I'm gonna change the support a little lower. There we go. If you have any price traps you're looking at this moment, let me know. I'm gonna check Euro Pound in a moment. I didn't forget it. I'm just going through the list. Come on. There we go. So that's for AUD NZD. I'm gonna put a blue flag on AUD JPY. AUD-CHF, yeah, you could follow this small downtrend, but I'm not convinced, so I'm gonna leave it alone. For Euro USD, yeah, we are running this retest, right? We are running this buy to the upside. I would say this resistance zone needs to get broken if you want to run further in that uptrend. And from supports, I would just leave it. I'm just gonna do it like this. If the market attacks these highs, you can use this new support zone for maybe later this week a breakout retest to the downside. Okay, so I'm gonna put it like this so it's clear for everyone. Once we start hitting these highs, this low is confirmed, and we can use that support for the breakout retest to the downside. Otherwise, if the market starts dropping from this point, I would see I want to see these lows getting broken, so the market getting below this demand zone. Clear? There we go. Euro AUD, don't like it. Whew, it's a very big trap on Euro Canadian. You could trap it, but I'm not going to do it. I don't like it. Euro CHF was from yesterday. We beautifully broke out and retest that support zone right over here. I told you guys, this little candle here, this blue one, could be the reason the market will start dropping. That's exactly what's happening. For the upside, this high could be enough for a breakout retest. but we gotta pay attention to the supply zone though. There we go. We did get a very, very small breakout here. So if we could create some good price action for itself, so a new entry on Euro CHF. Remember, guys, I'm not here to give you any financial advice. This is educational purpose only. Just a friendly reminder, okay? I'm not here to tell you what you need to do with your money. That's 100% your own decision. That's not my purpose here on these calls. My purpose is to give you some education, give you some views on how it's working in live markets, by really showing you the price traps today and then go over it next week so you see how powerful it can be. This euro pound idea is very good, and it's even breaking and retesting at this point. To be honest, euro pound is one of my least favorite pairs. It can move so strange sometimes. Sometimes it moves beautiful, sometimes it's like, what the? I'm gonna watch my language. Get CHF, I'm gonna check that. So euro pound, looking for a breakout retest again to the downside. Let's see if we can respect it and follow up that downtrending movement. Euro JPY is ugly. Euro NZD, same thing. GA, that's a breakout of a big consolidation. So what is this? Doubtful. I will maybe get back to Euro GA, excuse me, later on the session. GCAT is back at our resistance. It slightly didn't retest this high here, but we do have this small demand zone and it's reacting pretty strong. We can use that new resistance zone if the market follows up that uptrend. It can take a while for really breaking that resistance again. But I would be first focusing, so I'm gonna put it like this, because that's the resistance zone I'm looking for the upside movements, okay? A little bit same story, like, which pair was it? Was it a, nope. Which one was it? Here we go. Euro USD, a little bit the same here, okay? So if market attacks highs, we can use that new support zone. If market just drops from this point, I want to see this demand, all this stuff getting broken before I would be bearish on GCAT. GJ is retesting. It is a higher risk one, this, because we are going against the trend, okay? You always want to follow the trend or follow the highs and lows, is it basically? And at this point, we are breaking and retesting to the downside. We attacked this low, but we respected this demand, so please be careful. Watch for the good price action before you jump in. GN, nope. GU, GCHF, beautiful. Big price trap, could take a while, but easy and clean structure. NZD Canadian, I'm gonna leave it alone. NZD CHF, same. NZD JPY also. Nope, nope, nope. UCAT, nah, I'm gonna leave it. UCHF also. Oof, that's some good structure here. UJ. Clean structure. Let's see how the market will deal with it. The market can do whatever it wants. Just remember that. It's not because we have a breakout retest, it has to go down or up. It can still do whatever it wants. With that mindset, you will always, but always, respect your risk management. Yeah, CAT CHF, I know you're running that because it's an idea from yesterday. We had some good runs here, so market broke out, came back to the retest, and right over here, market started dropping. We didn't really have a lot of information here where we could react on. if we go 15-minute time frame, you see that the market, yeah, 15 was a little difficult here. 30-minute, yeah, we did have like this tweezer top, but not really engulfing. And the 1 hour really slowed down. You can even go to 5-minute time frames, by the way, to really run this one. Oof, that would be a take profit. Definitely. 8 pips. Yeah, that was 1 on 3. That was a beautiful, beautiful price action here. But at this point, I'm gonna leave it. I don't really like Cat CHF anymore. You're still running it, bro? The only thing, normally I should be break even, but right now it's back at entry. What does your plan say? What does your trading plan say? Does it say like when I have to break even, I can delete my break even and leave it running? Or does your plan say if my break even gets hit, it gets hit and I move on? Be brutally honest with yourself. And if your plan says if I'm break even and it gets hit, that's it. I move on to the next one. I wouldn't be, or I would be like, 1 on 2 break even. One of the two break even, or one already did take profit, one break even, or on a 1 on 2 risk to reward you go break even. Yes. Which one was it? Yes. Amazing. Personally, yeah, if you had to go break even. Okay, you're still break even. It's not that you deleted your break even. It sounded like that. But if you're still break even, I would just leave it alone. And if it hits break even, it is what it is. Move on to the next one, right? For the people who are watching or following and like, what's going on here? It's just important to follow your plan. That's what I'm saying here. If you go break even after 1 on 2 and it gets back, then just make sure to keep on your plan and don't you forgot to put it break even. Okay, now we're getting there. I would say make sure that stop loss is break even, bro. All right. I'm gonna leave Canadian CHF because we have some beautiful price traps already. So I'm personally gonna leave Canadian CHF like it is because I'm not really convinced anymore about the chart. Cat JPY is also ugly. CHF JPY also. And then we have gold. Yeah, I trapped it like this for the people who are following these Wednesday sessions. I trapped it like this yesterday, and I told it wasn't even yesterday. I trapped it already a few days ago. Like, when was it that I trapped this? Monday morning I trapped this. I told you guys I wanted to see the market create this equal high before I would be very interested in buying gold. At this moment, we created a lower high. Still, you could react to the upside, but just know that this lower high is created. So that the risk is higher than a normal trade, than a trade that would break out above highs. Now we are basically respecting lower highs. So chances are high we will keep respecting that and keep moving down. Okay. So that's with gold. But I'm not going to give this one, or you can do whatever you want with this, but I'm not going to trap this one for today. I'm going to just keep it like this for today. We have some interesting charts. So we have 80 JPY, starting to look pretty nice. For euro pound, yes. Euro pounds, a 1 pip spread is pretty normal. I will say you my personal spread on my personal account and my Finite account. My personal account has on euro pound at this moment. Oh, I don't have euro pound in my list. How is this possible? There we go. So that's 1 pip on my funded. And on my personal, it's 2 pipettes. So it depends a little bit on your broker or what you're trading with. Are you trading funded? Are you trading with a personal account? Which broker are you using? That's a lot. That does a lot. At this moment, I don't have spread on euro pound. I don't have it. But on the funded, I have 1 pip. So is it normal? Yeah, pretty much. Euro pound, especially euro pound, can have a little bit bigger spreads. It depends a little bit on the session also, right? Now it should be very low because we are on the opening of the London. So euro pound should be a little low in spread. But like I said, I just checked and the Finite account has 1 pip. And my personal has 0 pips. Or like 2 pipettes, 3 pipettes, something like that. But yeah, that's not a weird thing that your spread is 1 or 1.2 pipettes. But don't get caught because you're like, now I'm gonna miss the move. I don't know, blah blah blah. Don't just jump in right now. That would be a big mistake. What you can do is now waiting for the breakout retest that is happening right now and having some price action showing you that the market wants to go down. At this point, this is not the price action I want to see. Okay, I would wait for some better price action. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. Don't be that guy's like, when it's back at entry, I'm gonna enter again. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right? Because the market can just shoot higher, and then you're like, your head is gonna turn to a donkey. You're like, oh my God. You can have a plate on your chest like professional retard. No, don't do that. Wait for the good price action there, okay? So ADJPY is creating some good price action here, so pay attention there. For ADU NZD, I'm waiting for some deeper retests. Of course, also, if market gives price action, we can look at this. For Euro USD, yeah, we are running this from yesterday, but you know, if we start attacking these highs, this support zone is good for the breakout retest to the downside. If we are not attacking these highs, I want to see these lows getting broken first. Okay, Euro CHF, yeah, that's basically obvious. We did have this breakout here. So market created a lower low, reacted on demand. So keep that in mind. So if there is some good price action, we could see the market drop lower on Euro CHF. Then we have Euro Pound. I just said that. For GCAT, same thing. We just retested the previous resistance zone. If we can have the highs, you can use that new low that the market has created here. If we are not going to the highs and we drop from this point, I want to see this mess here getting broken before I would turn bearish on GCAT. The only thing I would be interested right now, to be completely honest, is the buy at this point or the breakout retest to the upside. The downside, I'm not really looking for that. GJ is at our zone. So again, waiting for some good price action here to get ourselves an idea, or the market going lower, yes or no. Remember, we're going against the trend, so the risk is a little higher over here. GSHEF is in between our zones, so waiting for the breakout. And then we have UJ, which is also waiting for the breakout. So these are the price charts for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this was clear for you. Right now we are going to, oh yeah, let me warn you for one thing. This weekend, Saturday, 3rd of May, we have the elections from Australia, okay? So if you have AUD pairs, maybe it's a good idea to not hold it over the weekend. Just saying, maybe not. But please be careful with that, okay? Market could react pretty strong on elections. Good. Let's check what the crypto market has done with my analysis I was showing you guys. So again, market is still, we were already there last week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, we were already in the supply zones. I was looking at weekly timeframes. I wanted to see the market closing on a weekly with a very strong bull, which happened. Okay, so this is very positive for the longer term in crypto. Okay, for the longer term on Bitcoin. For the shorter term, we are still at supply zones. So this retest, not specifically this zone, remember we also have this resistance zone. So it's perfectly possible market will just go to that 89, 88 and just turn around and go higher. But this is like a very, very strong and beautiful zone. That's why it's on my charts. But what I want to see right now is maybe some retracements coming days, coming weeks to then push higher again because of that weekly close. I'm really a fan of how the market is looking. The market is gaining power again. So it's positive. It's looking very positive for Bitcoin and the other charts. For the downside movement, if you are a trader and you want to trade Bitcoin, I would wait, of course, for some price action. Okay, at this point, we are beautifully respecting all the higher lows. So once we start breaking that, we could see some downwards movements. As long as we do not break this, I don't see Bitcoin going down. I only see it going up. Okay, but at this point, it's beautiful to see how the market is gaining strength again. The total market cap, same thing. We broke above that high, so that's very good. We could go higher to this level here, like the 3 trillion here, or we can just have that retest. Same exact story like Bitcoin, of course. The others, that's the altcoins, that's a little bit different. All the altcoins, almost all the altcoins, are at supply levels. Okay, so we did not really broke the obvious structure to see the market go higher again. So we gotta be a little patient or more patient on the altcoins. Okay, Ethereum is showing strength, but again, we are still on supplies. Okay, so I want to see the market really breaking these supply zones before I would be very or before I would be saying like, yeah, now Ethereum is very bullish, we can look for up moves, blah blah blah. Not the point at this moment. Okay, but it could be that next week we have the breakout and or market just shoots higher, or the market is in some retracement modus. All right, and if we can then follow the structure here and respect that structure, I see the market keep moving higher. Okay, we also have Ripple. Did I do an analysis on that? Yeah, we respected beautifully this demand zone. Now we have the supply zones again, not really breaking structure there. Okay, so the high that created this low is, in my opinion, this one. So to really get bullish again on Ripple, I want to see these levels getting attacked. Okay, for XLM, it's looking a little bit better because we are kind of creating these equal highs. We also have Solana. Solana is one of the few in the altcoins that is breaking structure. Okay, so Solana is looking pretty good. This was the low that broke this was the high that broke the low, and we broke that. So this is a bullish sign for Solana. Okay, here with Cardano, we are in supply zones. Okay, so still waiting if we can break that structure. And if we then look at the charts against the Bitcoin, so Ethereum against Bitcoin, Solana against Bitcoin, Solana is showing some strength, creating kind of equal highs here, but still not convincing enough to really scream that the alt season is there. Not yet, guys, not yet. Be patient. Is there a possibility we don't see an alt season? Of course, everything is possible in the charts. But to be honest, in my opinion, or what I see, I think we can expect some runs, all right? But we shall see. It's a day by day, following up every single day, looking what the daily candle does. I do this from when I started with Bitcoin. We were, that's a long time ago. I start to feel old here. No, I started with Bitcoin around this period, all right? 2018, my first Bitcoin buy was right over here. Then it dropped for 50%. So that was a smack in my face. But then I was like, God damn it, I'm just going to keep on buying. So here I started buying again, and then the market started running. But to be honest, from this point, really like when I lost 50% of my investment here, I started to watch Bitcoin every single day, okay? Every daily closure. So yeah, I do know how to do the analysis on that. I'm not gonna say I can predict this top or I can predict this bottom. No, that's not what I'm saying here. Usually you will see me going like 10% lower or something like that. So for example, the drop, I told you about the drop at this candle. And now for the run to the upside, it's possible when the market gets here, I can give you a bottom here, but I'm not that kind of person, or it's very hard to find yourself really at the top of the market or the bottom at the market. Okay, that's also not necessary, to be honest. So we shall see, okay, how the market will develop and where we can get for the next coming months, because Bitcoin is a long-term game, okay? Remember that. If you're really panicking about certain moves or that kind of stuff, the best thing usually you can do is just open up your monthly chart. Then you're like, what am I panicking about? All right? Or you entered at the top. Then you're like, yeah, again, I need to make these little chest cards, like professional retard, if you bought there. All right, but good. I'm gonna leave it with this for today. Excuse me if I offend some people that bought the top of Bitcoin, but yeah, just please, guys, get some information in before you just jump in charts. All right, yeah, I'm gonna leave it with this. If there are no more questions, or I'm gonna give you like a few seconds to drop some questions if you have questions. If you don't have questions, I'm gonna stop the call here, and I will drop, of course, the recording on my YouTube channel. And over there, you can just rewatch it, learn from it, share it with people, give me a little like or something, so I see that you guys are enjoying these sessions. Drop a comment or this kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll see each other back next week. Then we will review the charts again, go over some new price traps, and see how everything played out. With pleasure. See you tonight, Sophie. See you tonight in Belgium. So again, people who are watching the recording or are on the session and you are from Belgium and you want to meet in person, just drop me a message and you're always welcome. Okay, so thank you all. I don't see any questions coming in. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day, especially people here. If you live in Belgium, we have some beautiful weather coming up, so enjoy it. Take some vitamins, get out, light the barbecue, enjoy life, and we see each other back next week. Ciao, ciao.